We are live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing it. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we got none other than Decatur's sure spot, Corey Davis. What's up, my dog?
What's happening, big homie? I just got a text from the OG say coming in hot, so it should be coming in shortly.
It should be coming in shortly. So y'all know we're waiting on the OG to come in for this wonderful show today. But let's welcome everybody that's out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, tell a friend, bring a friend, and when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 75, season 5. We have a great show for you today. We're going to jump into the NCAA men's and women's basketball games. There's a championship game that just was played today on the women's side, and then there's a championship game that was going to be played tomorrow on Monday. So we will talk about those things and then talk about the falter of the Auburn Tigers and the Duke Blue Devils. We'll talk about both of those teams and, giving their praises as well to what Houston did and also what the Florida Gators did as well. And we will talk a little bit about, we got to give some more flowers, man. Julio Jones has issued his announcement of retirement. And we will jump into that, man. Such a great career that my guy had, knowing that, Corey over there is a season ticket holder and a lifelong Falcon. Yeah, that lifelong Falcon fan, man. So I want to get his thoughts on Julio finally announcing his retirement. And of course, Dwight Howard being inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. We'll talk about that. And then
did we do Melo?
We did Melo last week. Yeah, we did Melo last week. And then we'll jump into a little draft talk. I told you I want to start touching on the draft a little bit, and I'm gonna bring us in slowly. But I want to, ask you all, man, where were they drafted? And I'm gonna say we're gonna play a little game, man. Where were they drafted? And we'll go through that, man. And then what else will come up, man? This is barbershop talk. So anything,
if you don't mind, with whatever comes up, I want to ask y'all about Colorado and Shador and their pro day. I ask you a few questions.
Yes, sir. That goes right along with the draft. So yeah, that's going to be part of it as well, man. So that's kind of what made me think about draft order. I mean, drafting players, et cetera, et cetera. So
no doubt.
All right. Hey, man, let's welcome our third co-host onto the show, the OG. Disappointed, still a Lady Gamecock fan.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say Lee had a fan on there. I was gonna say, is he a Lady Gamecock?
OG Chuck Little John.
Really, Corey? We finna start off like that?
Lady Cock.
We done already had some words in the chat line.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah, you did. We'll get to
that. Hey, welcome on the show, OG. What? Welcome on, big dog, man. We're a little worried about you.
How y'all doing?
That's how you come.
We're doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I kind of disappointed as well, but I'm doing all right. Doing all right. I had a couple hours to get over mine, So yeah, but we're doing all right. Um, how you feeling, big
I'm
dog?
sorry, Snack. You wrong already, Snack. I see your comment. Don't do that. God
Yeah.
dang
Man,
I'm
let's
doing,
welcome.
I'm
You
doing
go.
good.
You doing good? Good, good. Let's welcome Snack Panther, all my dad Larry Wright, my dog Quest, Wright and Little John, and James Little John. Everybody else that's out there, man, put your name in the chat. This is a interactive show, man. We want to interact with you all. And while you all out there, man, hit that like button out there on the YouTube channel and on Facebook and on Twitch, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed, man. So,
it. The
all right,
hardest thing to do, boy.
the hardest thing to do, man. It's free. It's free, y'all. It's free. It's the hardest but simplest thing to do, man. But before we get into our first segment, man, let's give our wonderful sponsor, Mr. Alvin Jameson, a huge shout out. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional FHA or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Thank you, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for being a wonderful, wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, fellas, man, let's go ahead and jump right into this thing right here. And we're going to have to start in yesterday's games of the Final Four in the men's division. And I think I told you all last week on Wednesday, man, I thought these were the four best teams that were in the college basketball men's side. And I think they showed it, man. This was probably one of the best Final Fours that I've seen in a very, very long time. Very competitive games, up back and forth towards the end of the games. But you had a Auburn team who held the lead and then lost it to the Florida Gators, and the same thing with the Blue Devils, holding the lead up until the last minute mark when they lost it, man. But let's start with the Florida Gators and their comeback first before we jump into Duke. And y'all talk to me about that Auburn Duke game. We was worried about them being an underdog and Broom not being healthy, but Broom came through. You know, like a turbo booster, man, and still played a decent game out there. You tell me what you thought about that game, OG, in that first game.
Oh yeah, like you say, his name is Johnny Broom. Yeah, I had seen where it said that he was going to be. That he said he was going to be 100%. He was going to be ready to play. And like you said, he came out and played. But they went on a cold spell like other teams, and they just couldn't hold the lead. But like you said, it was two great games, but Auburn just had no answer for that Walter Clayton Jr.
Oh man,
that dude was
34
something else. Yeah, I don't know how many points he had, but he
34, 4 and 2.
Yeah, because he was pretty much unstoppable. But it was it's a great game. Back and forth. I don't know how many lead changes or anything like that occurred. I'm sure it's quite a few. It was back and forth, but it ended up being a great game. Put me in a good place in one of my little brackets, since y'all wouldn't let me in the crew and you bracket because y'all know I'm gonna win. But that's all good. So I go and win some money somewhere else.
Yes,
Yeah. I saw you was in second place, right? In that league that you're in. Okay, that's good.
And if Houston wins, like I'm predicting them to win, then that moolah is all mine.
And you got it. That y'all put money. This is the money league that you're in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How much money are you?
$20.
Okay.
I win 230.
I want to see us to get some of that.
Yeah, 230 for first, 100 for second, and 50 for third.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, Corey, man. What did you see in that game, man, from Florida and Auburn?
As you can expect, the matchup between two top teams, you know what I mean? Honestly, I had no dog in the fight considering, but it was, like I said, a good game. And what I learned is, like you said, that boy Walter Clayton, truth, man. You know what I'm saying? That, and I wasn't really paying much attention to the kid, but then, you know, he was, I like the fact that he shot with confidence. You know what I mean? And at the same time, even when they were down, you were thinking, you know, that they were out of this thing, but you keep playing the game. I think they had quoted him. He was like, you got to play all 4 quarters. And that's all I was trying to do, play all 4 quarters. And I respected the fact that he said he never thought that the game was over. He always felt like they had a chance, which is cool, you know, whenever you got somebody that you can put on your back and, you know, to win the game for you. So, like I said, big shout out to the SEC for putting up buckets on both ends. And like I said, hoping for the best at this point now. As much as, you know, the OG was saying I was against Houston, I'm only against him now because I've been going against the SEC team. You know what I mean? But I like that black dude for Houston.
That's a timeline joke right there, y'all.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what he's saying? Because the whole team black.
As best I can do. Like this, you know. But yeah, like I said before, I didn't have much stock in Houston because I hadn't watched a whole lot of Houston games. But like I said, SEC showing up again for me.
Yeah, and what a great game between that Florida and that Florida and Auburn game. Like I said, I have a guy that plays for Auburn that I know, you know, so I was kind of rooting him on as well. But they just couldn't buy a basket, man, going down the stretch. And like you said, on the other end, Walter Clayton Jr. was that guy who was put the ball in my hands. You know, let me put the team on my shoulders, and he did that exactly. Condon on the which was a big part of their run to get to this point in the other games. Condon had a really off game. And I don't know if he was flustered, happened to guard Broom, but he didn't seem like he wanted any part of any of that either. Him and the other tall kid, man. I
was just about to say, help me out on this. There was a tall kid that I saw on the bench. Is he a freshman? It's 6'7", 6"?
Oh, the 7'9" guy. Talking about the 7'9" guy.
Yeah,
who's that kid? What?
Oh, he's not. I think he's 7'9". Yeah, I think they got a kid. I think they got a kid on the bench at 7'9".
On the bench, and he was on the bench.
But he don't get much. He don't get any burn. I saw when they said. I want to say he is. But they have some other bigs out there that was getting work, but they ain't want none of that contact down there with Broom.
But no. When they were on, they showed the sidelines. This kid was like in the sky. You know, he was at the back of the bench. I'm like, who is that kid? And why is he not playing?
They showed him walking in, and he had to duck under one of the stanchions just to come in there. Like he a tall kid, man. I didn't know who he played for because I never seen him play. Yeah. So I didn't even know who he played for. So why would you saying that? I guess he played for Florida. So
They show. Like I said, I got a glimpse of him, and they said something about him, but I was like,
okay. But yeah, that Condon had a off game, man. He just was out of it. I guess when you go against a guy like Broom, it does take a lot out of you. But like you said, Clayton Jr. and don't forget Martin, man. Martin on the defensive side of the ball and on the offensive side, he came up big with 17 points, you know, and 3 rebounds as well. But he's the one who had that steal and the flush on the boys and failed when he dunked on the break.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a really, really good game as well, man. That kind of propelled them in that second half as well, man. So kudos to Florida. What a comeback. And you brought up Walter Clayton saying, "Hey man, we got to continue to play 2 halves, man. We got to continue to play." That's the same thing his coaches preach. They showed a practice clip of them practicing the day before the game, and they're sprinting towards the end of practice, sprinting down the court, diving on the ground, chasing loose. Yeah, practice before the game. So that's what type of coaching that he gives them. That's what he preaches, and it paid off for them in the long run, man. So kudos to them. And I also want to say, I felt like Bruce Pearl didn't trust his bench enough. I think his boys got tired while the Gators was getting stronger. They were getting tired. Reason why they, wasn't hitting a lot of shots. I think their legs was probably gone. You get this deep inside of a tournament, you played a bunch of games in a short amount of time. It will, you get tired legs. So that can contribute as well to why what they didn't score in the last. I think they had more turnovers than they had points in the last 3-4 minutes in the game for them.
How many threes did your boy Clayton make? Was it 6?
I don't have that written down, but I do. I think he went like 6 for 9 or something like that for the 3-point line. Yeah. So he was knocking them down, knocking them down. So big game by them. Congratulations to the Florida Gators making it to the national championship game tomorrow night. In the other game, right after that, you had the Duke Blue Devils versus the Houston Cougars, and this here was another great game, man. A battle where it looked like Duke was going home with it, man. Up 14 with like 8 minutes left in the game. Houston never gave up. Even in the first half, they'll come back, Duke will answer. They will come back, Duke will answer. Second half, same, it was going the same way. They'll come get it within 9 or 8, 6. Duke will bring it back up to 10, 11. And they went like that until the 8-minute mark, 6-minute mark. And they just kept shooting them threes. I was like, oh man, you live by the 3, die by the 3. That's the normal rule.
Let me say something real quick. When you said that on our text line, live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yeah.
Shoot, 2, 3.
Yeah.
3. I was like, what are they doing? We watched. That's when, after you said that, how Rocky, when you put the Rocky music on, when that comeback is happening, and you just feel like somebody's breaking down. So at this time, when you post, let me post that. Let me paint a picture for you. Me and my wife were watching the game, and then they showed Duke's bench, and they, these guys got their head down. My wife said, "I'm not rooting for Duke right at this point now because they don't look like they want to win." And I go, "What you talking about?" And then she's like, "They don't have it in them. You see them guys? They are already dejected." And I was like, cut to 3 minutes later, game over. Look, and I gotta say something else about that. Number 14 for Duke. Why did they keep letting this dude take the ball out? It's beyond. Is that his name?
Sion. So Sion he's been there. He's a 6-year player. So he's their veteran he transferred to this team. He has the experience.
Did you see his takeouts? Do you see the balls he was throwing in?
He's normally a very good passer from the inbound plays. He's normally on the money. This was the first time I've seen him actually choke up. And so, he waited. Like there was times his men flashed, they were open, and he was too scared to throw that pass because he didn't want to turn over, which ended up happening anyway.
And that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, not to take anything from Houston, because they were on there as far as defense. They were on it.
Right.
You know,
right,
but either take the timeout. Then they were like, they got no more timeouts. You know, and then he just threw a ball down there. And then at the same time, when on that last play, he just threw it down there. Nobody was ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't like the time don't start ticking until you throw the ball in. He just threw that jump.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never seen him get nervous like that. He, like I said, they kept on saying he's from Sugar Hill, Georgia.
Oh,
yeah.
From Georgia?
He's from Georgia, man. He actually was at the Cula. He played with one of my buddies, one of the kids I coached, Corey. So yeah, so it was. He's been in state championships in Georgia, so he's been there, man. It was a shocker to see him falter like that. And I think the coaches the same way, man. I think they felt like they've never seen him act in that manner, man. I thought Cooper Flagg played a heck of a game. But the shooters for Houston, man, were outstanding. Like you said, Corey, man, they were lighting the threes up. Big shots all over the place from Sharp, Cryer. Those two, they run a 3-guard set. Yeah. And them two of the guards were lighting it up the whole night, man. Cryer ended with 26 and 5, and Sharp was 16 and 3, and a lot of those down the stretch by Sharp. He hit the major one off of the steal, and it got tapped back to him, man. He hit the 3 to put him, I think, to tie it up or put it within 3. So yeah, just a great game by them, man. OG, I know that you're super excited about Duke losing, which I expect from a North Carolina fan. So tell me what you thought about the game in itself, big dog.
They do like they do, blow up under pressure. What recruiting class was this for Duke? Were they number one recruiting class?
Oh yeah.
So it's typical for Duke to get these number one recruit classes.
I think you put so much emphasis on their number one. If they don't win it all, then they failed. That's not how it is, OG. It's one against 100 million out there. Like, they went to the Final Four. That's a win season for this team. Like, for you to say if they don't win a championship, then they're not the number one. They're not the number one in the class. That's insane.
You can say it's insane, but it's a Duke tradition. They
How
bring
many
all these.
How many championships they got?
When the last time they got one?
How many do they have though? So if it's a tradition, how many do they have? Don't they got more than North Carolina?
You tell me, do they?
I think you know.
Do they? You tell me, do they?
I think
this your team. This your team. Now, so tell me.
I think you know.
This your team.
I think you know.
But I tell you what they don't have.
What?
I tell you where they're not going.
What?
They're not going to the chip. That's where they're not going. And this great guy, Naismith Player of the Year, Mr. All World, give him the ball in crunch time. Give him the ball in crunch time to win the game. And what does he do? What does he do?
He came up a little short. He nutted up. No, he ain't nut up now. That man is nut up. That man is nut up.
And don't forget about it. I know they're gonna say this is a bad call, whatever the case may be.
It was.
But don't forget about the boy that missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Don't forget about him. I'm gonna get on Proctor. Yeah, don't forget about him missing the front end of the 1-and-1 to give him the chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Proctor.
Now, hold up, what was that dude for you? For Houston with that bad headline, he missed a few free throws of his own. Now, I mean,
you can say what you want to, but Houston dancing.
First time since what? 5 Slammer Jama?
It don't make no difference. And
he just said that, but Duke had one since whatever.
When last time Duke been to the championship game?
2016.
2016.
Mm-hmm.
When Coach K was there.
I'm
Shai
sorry,
won't get one.
2015.
Shai won't get one. He bringing all these recruits.
Oh,
He ain't gonna get one.
he got another one coming next year.
I mean, he got the Boozer twins coming. It'll be the same thing.
Oh, he got 3. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And y'all talked about what they had to come this year.
Oh, I'm sorry, boy. He's scared, man. I thought Julio Jones coming on the show, boy.
Boy, Duke gonna be something else. Boy, Duke gonna be something else. Cooper Flag.
Were they not, OG? That's not a lie, OG. Were they not something else?
Something else gets to the championship game with your star making the shot.
No,
with your star making the shot.
OG.
With your star making the shot.
You put
come down to clutch free throws. Make them. What did Houston do in the clutch with their free throws? What my man do?
He made him in the clutch.
He made it.
He made it. He made it.
Yeah, he made it.
On the bad. They were better than
call.
USC this year, though, right?
Better than who?
They're better than you. They're better than North Carolina this year, right?
Okay. But what they at now? You know how y'all like to save me the seat? Well, guess what?
No. You be saving seats.
Well, I saved one. I'm saving one for UNG right here beside me. I just stamped your ticket to the party.
Let me ask you this though. Can you tell me this right here? If not Flag, then who's the number 1 pick in this draft that's coming up? That's if he comes out.
He coming out, Brody.
If he decides to stay, then y'all definitely in some trouble. But wait a second.
Brody.
Broom.
Yeah.
Oh, Broom. Oh, that's the number 1 pick in the draft?
From Auburn.
No.
Hey, everybody, how you gonna tell me no? Because I made my choice.
I mean, you can have your choice. I'm saying no.
You can't tell me no.
I'm saying no.
I told you no, Duke wasn't gonna win.
You did that because you a hater. Not because that's what it's supposed to be.
I picked Houston to win it all. I sent y'all a screenshot.
You did.
Houston sent it all, win it all.
But you picked Duke to lose in the first round, so that don't count.
I did not pick Duke to lose in the first round.
When did you pick Duke to lose?
I picked Duke to go to the Final Four. But I picked Duke to lose to Houston. Yeah. In my bracket that I have, I can take a screenshot and show it to you. I picked all 4 of these Final Four teams. But I picked Duke to lose to Houston.
Okay.
So look, who was Jilly? James Lil John posted at that point. Jilly.
Jill. She the one won last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. she the one came on the show.
She winning now because y'all gonna let me in. Y'all did some shady stuff this year.
Yeah, you did. That was user error. You did that.
Why you think there's only like 6 people in there? When we had a list of people last year.
Put you in the same category with my wife, y'all. You user error.
Yeah, it was user error. It was user error.
Setup error.
Yeah, everybody else got in.
Yeah, 6 people.
Yeah, we didn't tell enough people. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Yeah,
did I move to second place? Or I'm third. Where am I now? Out?
Yeah, you out.
What you talking about cooking, Dad? Come on, I guess you a Duke fan. Welcome to the party too.
We got Broom the number 1 pick.
Oh,
that's what cooking, Dad. That's what you folk just said. He said
he asking. Yeah, he asking a question.
Oh,
yeah, Broom.
I'm in.
You got Broom number 1 pick, TG?
No.
Heck no! Come on now.
Yeah. I think I'm with Snack, man. I think if it wasn't Cooper Flag, if he decided not to come out, it'll be Ace Bailey probably. This is what I'll tell y'all before.
Ooh, Ace Bailey.
Okay. Yeah. But Flag said, man, he would be excited to go to any team that drafted him. So I was talking to somebody today, and I was asking, so would Cooper come back and with that bad taste in his mouth from losing, would you come back and make another run at it with a team with the Bruiser brothers, and then you still have Proctor, even though we have to talk about Proctor, man. I think if Proctor would have knocked out any of those shots, they would have won. Like he was so off, man. Wide open shots. Normally, he is a knockdown shooter. The game just wasn't on yesterday, man.
Okay, so Proctor has 7 points, 1 rebound. So what about your center? Your big boy in the middle. 6 points, no rebound.
No rebounds.
No rebounds?
No rebounds at all. He was in foul trouble, but no rebounds still. Yeah. That's a problem.
I'll let your boy.
You know what? It's not a problem until the fourth quarter. Like I said, they were controlling the game. You know what I mean? So like you got to make those rebounds where it counts. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't account to the whole game, but because they were up, so we wouldn't be talking much about it until now. When you lose, then we'll say, yeah, that was a problem. You know what I mean? You needed 1 rebound at least somewhere along that game, especially be a big man.
Hard the champion, baby. Hard the champion. Houston.
He definitely did not step up as far as rebounding wise. He had free throws when he had it. I think he had 6 points from free throws. I think because they fouled him every time he went down there. But Proctor is their second leading scorer, third leading scorer. He's up there with them, and he just didn't show up yesterday, man. Unfortunately,
I thought that number 7 was the second leading scorer.
But my boy Nupel, Nupel, he's their third leading scorer, but yesterday he was their second leading scorer with 16 points. But yeah, normally Proctor is that guy. He's that floor general, man. And like I said, he hits open threes. If you watched him throughout the tournament, man, he was knocking down threes unconsciously, and he just could not throw it in the ocean last night, man.
Let me say this here to y'all,
and missed an important free throw where they could have went up 2. I mean, went up 1. They was down 1. No, I'm sorry. They could have went up 3. They was up 1. And he went up there and missed the front end of it, dog. So
let me say this here. So we talked about him in the draft. So right now, it says here that Cooper Flagg currently is ranked number 2 in NIL valuations, monetarily. All right, so he's second behind only Texas's Arch Manning at $6.5 million that he made last year. So Cooper Flagg here via ESPN's current value, he has $4.8 million in NIL money from New Balance, Gatorade, and Fanatics.com. So with about almost $5 million, and they say he can get another evaluation on money. So the thing is, they're saying if he decides to stay and waits another year, the new NBA, restructured contract, he could. If he goes in early, he can lose value up to $45 million in value. If he waits another year, comes back to Duke and re-ups, he could probably make an additional 45 in long-term money. But that's just if he decides to come back. But how do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like the money will shift whether he decides to stay at Duke and come back another year, or like you said, is it the chance of coming back to play with the Twins? Okay, if you would decide to stay, if you were this kid's dad, I think I asked you, G, I think I may have asked you both this. Now that he's out, like you said, now he's on the couch, he got a clear mind. We can re-up on this NIL money, come back and possibly try to beat UNC again and win another championship. I had to throw that in at you, or we can start your NBA career off. Maybe lose a couple of dollars because they're finna structure some deals here. What would you tell your kid to do?
Go with his heart. If he wanted to actually win a championship or at Duke, I tell him to stay. Because I think they're going to come back with this same squad. They have 17. The center, both centers, him, they're all freshmen. Proctor, I think Proctor's a junior. Proctor, I don't think he's going to enter the draft this year. He could probably, but you come
go
back
with your heart. What does that mean, though? Do you go with your heart?
Do you want NBA ain't going nowhere? Right now, you would either be drafted to somebody like the Utah Jazz, New Orleans.
No. You can't do that because it's a lottery. Anybody can get that.
I'm just gonna put these bottom tier teams out there. All right. So you're gonna go to either the Utah Jazz, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Washington Wizards, or the Charlotte Hornets. One of those 4 teams.
So they have more balls in the thing.
Yeah. Those aren't teams that's really gonna get you what you want. You don't want to go to New Orleans. You see what New Orleans does. You don't want to go to the Wizards. You see what that's a you go to die over there. First round picks, you go to die over there. You don't do well in what's it called. Stack said that center is gonna leave. He's leaving Duke. Why you say that? Why you say that, dog? So yeah, I don't. Next year, you got all these other boys coming out. They don't come out right along with you. That may push you to number 7, number 8, where you go to somebody like maybe the Spurs, maybe the Hawks, maybe the Pistons, or you know what I mean. You go to a better squad now when you're moving up, and now you got a better chance to be more successful in the NBA with winning championships as well.
OG.
Man, go pro.
Go pro.
Why? Don't come back to Duke thinking you go win a championship. You saw what just happened to you.
No, the opportunity, OG, the opportunity.
Still, it won't happen. Just because you bringing in the Blues Twins, that's gonna make Duke win it all.
You would tell your kid that.
Everybody said Duke was gonna win it all this year.
You would tell your kid that.
You cannot sit here and guarantee somebody that you're gonna have the opportunity to go and play in the Final Four again. Any given game, you can be beat. Go make your money. Number two, you better if you go. Number two, you can get hurt. You already got to tweak your ankle one time and miss some games.
2 games.
So don't take that. Don't take that opportunity to go come back and play. Thinking you gonna have the opportunity to win a championship, where you very well may not. Go get your bag. It may not be for a good team or whatever the case may be, but ultimately you still get the bag if you're good enough. So go to where your ultimate dream is to go to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
But Dad, we got money. You know what I'm saying? I can get a chance, you know, at a national championship. Then
what state? You ask me. Don't try to convert me in my opinion.
I'm just trying to talk if I was your child. No.
You're not my child. I'm like Dion. You go sit here, you go listen. I know the best for you. I'm not gonna steer you wrong. Go get your money. Duke, if they win, they win.
How much in NIL money is he getting right now? He's at 10 million? Or you said he's taking? What do you say he's getting?
Who?
He said 4 points on
Slack.
Oh,
Slack.
like 4.8. He's number 2 after Arch Manning.
Yeah,
4.8.
Okay.
Go ahead on with that.
So how much would he be getting in the NBA as a rookie contract?
Let's see.
I'm not his agent.
Let's see what he could do.
And I always tell y'all, man, money. The man's a ball player. He don't have to chase the money. The money's gonna find him. He don't have to go there and be like, oh man, if I don't go now, I ain't gonna get paid.
It's not all about the money sometimes. It's all about living out your dream and going to the NBA.
Cooper Flag gonna get paid.
It's all about living out your dream and going to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to Duke. You're going to the Final Four.
Okay.
So let's do this here. So Zachary Richardshire, and you know that was our number 1 pick here at the house. This is what he just signed. He signed a 4-year, $57.2 million deal, which is the average of $12.6 million a year.
Okay.
All right. So kind of if we doing the math that way, just as a 57 mil is.
So is he gonna get $12 million in NIL?
Nah, he probably gonna get. He don't have to pay his agent either. So he ain't got to pay a whole bunch of
You know
fees.
something. You know something. I hate when we get into these questions
He ain't got to pay a whole bunch of fees either.
because y'all always try to justify why you make the choice that you make to make it seem like any choice anybody else makes that doesn't agree with you is wrong.
No,
I'm not gonna stand for that. Number one, I'm gonna make my decision. You're not a used car salesman.
Yeah, hey, Quasi, I think his twin brother is committed to Duke as well. I think you're right. I think you're right on that, Quasi. So, what if he wants to play with his brother at Duke?
Let him play. It's an opinion he had to make.
Yeah, I mean that's what we
asked each other opinion.
Yeah, that's what
y'all made your opinion. I made mine. Okay. But don't try to come back and justify why you making yours and try to make all this long drawn out like you trying to say your case. You not Crystal.
No, I am trying. I'm telling you why I feel this way. That's what it's about.
Feel on, bro.
That's what it's about.
But what I'm saying is, you already had your opportunity. You stated it, right? You stated it. Then Corey came back talking about NIL. Now you want to come back with a rebuttal.
But he asked about the NIL.
I was just asking if the NIL would make you or break you in terms of your decision making to go into the league or stay.
Yeah.
No.
So
I get 12 versus 4.
Do you feel? Oh, you bring your camera down, big dog. Do you feel so we can see you?
I don't want you to see me because I'm finna get irate.
So, do you, as a NBA prospect, does it matter, or do you care about where you go, or do you want to go to the best fit?
How can you care?
What you mean?
How can you care unless you go be Eli Manning?
You can care.
You can care, but that don't mean you go where you want to go. You know, you try to make this synopsis about that if he stays another year, that the teams at the bottom now are gonna make a miraculous change in the year, and they're gonna get better, and they're not gonna be in the lottery picks again, which is an inaccurate statement to make. They're not gonna make a remarkable change in the year where they won't be the ones in the lottery picks again. Those 4 teams you hollered out, they gonna be there again. So
and Duke not.
I'm talking about NBA. I'm talking about G tried to sell the fact that you don't want to go to New Orleans, you don't want to go to Charlotte, you don't want to go here, don't want to go there. Those teams are not going to make a remarkable change in a year where they won't be in the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna be there again.
I don't know. You may, like, you got Detroit, who was in it last year, and they're not in it this year. So Detroit was the worst team in the doggone East last year. And
then let's keep it a buck. Now
they're 6 seed.
And then let's keep it a buck with the Hawks. I think this is the first time that we've had a number 10. I mean, like top 5, top 10 pick in like 13, 14 years. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't name the Hawks. He didn't name Detroit when he was naming teams 2 minutes ago.
I did name the Hawks.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I said if he come out next year, he could probably go to somebody like the Hawks, the Spurs.
No. I'm talking about the 4 teams you named. If he came out this year, he would go.
Yeah, he said this year.
The Hawks are not in that mix.
No. I said
if he come out next year. I'm talking about.
So OG, the bottom team last year was the Detroit Pistons, right? Where are they at now, OG? So don't tell me you can't make a remarkable change the next year. All it takes is a coach.
4 damn teams are making a remarkable coach. You full
all it takes is a coach.
That's what
you got a head coach that's out there.
Eating cereal, that milk going to your stomach. You need to go make a deposit.
Taylor Jenkins is out there now. They got a coach that's waiting to get out there.
Did this dude just say because you eating cereal with milk that you got to go make a deposit?
Yeah.
What I'm saying, okay, look. Well, I guess all
I'm saying, he can possibly get. So y'all saying a better team doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about a better team. OG, Corey stuff.
What I'm saying is, what you're predicting, you can't predict the future. You can use Detroit as one scenario.
Right.
but that's far and few between. So you can't predict the scenario to say that these teams gonna be better. And then now what you also saying is that it's gonna be players that's gonna come in that's gonna be better than him. So he gonna drop from number one and drop way down when y'all been saying he the best thing out there.
I'm not saying they better than him, but now you go to need. Now you go to need. So sometimes you may not need a Cooper flag, like let's say a team that already has enough bigs. They probably want. They need a point guard. You might, so you never know.
But let me ask you this then.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm a number one team, I don't need a Cooper flag. So why would I not draft the Cooper flag anyway? Right?
Uh-huh.
And get multiple people for Cooper flag that need that forward. Let's go give up whatever they need to give up to get it.
If that happens, they'll do that before. That'd be something that happened before the draft.
What are you doing, man? Corey gone. I don't know what you doing.
I'm trying to fix my y'all ain't said nothing about my mic stand. I got me a mic stand. Y'all ain't even said nothing about it.
No, because it got hot and heated. I didn't think about it.
I had it last week, man. Y'all ain't even said nothing about it, man. Kind of hurt.
I say something now. It's about time. You told me you like holding the mic.
Corey said, "Where your swimming cap at?" Gave G and the OG going at it again.
Who said that?
Look, James. Where your swimming cap? And Score said it's getting serious now. If Flag goes to Utah, they could make the playoffs. I like Utah squad. That West is tough though, Snack. That West is tough, man. I'm not sure, man. My dog over here working with Mike Prince dog on internet over there, boy.
Hey man, what you talking about? Yeah. Hey.
So y'all doubted Wimby when he went to San Antonio.
I did.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
I didn't think he's gonna be, all that right there, man. He came out and proved me wrong. I don't have a problem when I'm wrong, OG. I don't.
Maybe not basketball. Let's see something about that team with that star on the helmet. You go argue till the sun come up.
Where we at now?
We're moving on.
We're moving on. Yeah, we're moving on, man. Let's move on. Congratulations goes out to the Houston Cougars and the Florida Gators, man. Who y'all got in this? I know you got Houston. Corey, you going Florida?
Yeah, I'm going with SEC, man. Yeah, I may end up having to learn some or eat some crow from the OG, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna go with the Southeastern Conference.
They both gritty teams, man. Both gritty teams. I think I'm.
You gotta break the tie.
Gotta break the tie, man.
I'm going. So why you mulling on breaking the tie? Let me ask the question. All right. So let's flip it a little bit. Why not choose Houston?
I wouldn't choose Houston only because it seems like in every game they've come back at the end and had a remarkable finish to finish the game. Maybe that rabbit's foot, or maybe it just is. Maybe it'll end. But I'm going with Houston because I think Houston, they're battle tested. I think they're battle tested. I think they have enough shooters, and they are the number one defense in the league, in the country, man. So I'm gonna go with Houston because of that.
Okay, so all right.
So that's a tiebreaker. That's a tiebreaker.
Wow. I'm not on the short end of the stick for once in a lifetime.
And Flag Cooking Dad, welcome on Cooking Dad. He said Flag goes to Utah, they're gonna miss play in by 4 games.
Dang.
Wow.
People said I didn't notice the mic stand until it broke. No. All right. Yep. Pop did say Houston was a sleeper last week. He said I'll stay with them. Okay. All right, good, man. Let's go ahead and go into our second segment. God almighty, we 50 minutes in.
51 seconds.
Man, 50 minutes in.
That's because you try to sell people.
Hey, before we get into it, man, let's give our wonderful sponsor of our second segment, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews, a big shout out.
You know, everybody drink responsible.
You won't want to take the opinion of a stranger. That type of advice is just not for you, because you're at that time of the day where you don't want to waste your money, and your plan is to throw back a shot or two. You're not necessarily an alcohol person, and picking out a brand is fairly new. If you want something to go with your burger, possibly a steak, then check out Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews. Remember, drink responsibly and click that subscribe too, and go with the one the crew and you trust. Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews.
Thank you once again, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews, for being a wonderful, wonderful sponsor of our second segment. All right, fellas, man, let's jump into this second segment, man. We got to talk about the NFL draft. All right. They had a pro day workout in Colorado. We finally got an opportunity to go up to Colorado, and where Deion Sanders was not playing around. At all. He saw one of the NFL scouts trying to tell his kids how they should line up on the 40-yard dash. And he said, hey, y'all do what y'all do. Don't listen to this man right here. Y'all do what y'all do, and y'all run y'all race. And the scout was like, okay. So Deion is hands-on, of course. Kind of what we were talking about a couple weeks ago, man, with Deion being hands-on with everything that goes on with his kids. Now Shiloh ran a 4.5.
4.59.
4.52. Yeah.
Was it 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
4.52. But now critics are coming out against Shedeur Sanders, which I thought he had a really good showing out there in Colorado, throwing that ball deep, intermediate. I thought he showed he can make all the throws. I saw what's my guy's name? Hasselbeck, I think Tim Hasselbeck. Comp him to a Kirk Cousins / Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
Is that a bad thing, or is this blasphemy?
Not in their prime.
Okay, all right.
What is that?
I said not in their prime. I think they both were good quarterbacks in their prime.
Okay.
So I don't think that's blasphemy. But all these critics coming out because, like I say, Shedeur is confident about his game.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like it, some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, if I'm not confident about my game, then who could be confident about
it?
Yeah, that's true.
So I have to be confident about my game. I can't go in there to an interview acting like I don't have no game. I need to do this and I need to do that. I'm confident about me throwing the ball and me bringing my all to the team that drafts me. So, some people take that as being cocky, but I don't take confidence as being cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, in the pro day, they saw what he could do. So now, he's throwing the long pass, he's throwing the intermediate pass, he's throwing the outs.
Mm-hmm.
But now you want to come back with something else. So I think it's just gonna be some some people out there that just don't like him. Some haters out there, and you gotta look past that. I mean, it's gonna always be some people. You can please some of the people some of the time, but you'll never please all the people all the time.
Well said. Well said. So, Corey, with that comp that they gave to Andy Dalton and to Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton was drafted in the 2nd round. Kirk Cousins was drafted in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Are we saying that he is that type of player that he can get drafted that late? Or are we just saying that is his plateau is the Kirk Cousins and a Andy Dalton?
Me, I don't mean cut you off, but see, when you made that statement, being drafted, I didn't even think about that. I thought about skill set and being able to take your team to a winning place, or whatever the case may be.
And I think they were saying that because they're saying he was slipping. Remember, he was supposed to be the number 1 or 2 quarterback pick. Now they're saying he's slipping.
I understand he would be a 2nd round or a 4th round.
Yes.
If that's what they're talking about with the comp on him,
that's ridiculous.
That's what I took the comparison as on his draft status, on his draft stock.
Okay.
Because he don't throw like Kirk, he don't throw like Andy, and at the same time, their style of play is totally different. So I was taking it as his draft stock on when he's going to be picked. And like you said, it bothers me when analysts take the time and do their comparisons, and you wait right before the draft to say something like this to kind of change the narrative or to change that person's stock value. This man threw 78 throws yesterday, which is double what most of these guys do on their pro day. He threw 77 throws, and then at the same time, they said 24% of those passes were dropped by his wide receivers that he had there. So they didn't help him on a few, but the timing was right.
Mm-hmm.
Timing was there. Short throws, drop backs. Even Deion, they did 1 or 2 trick plays. Then Deion said, show them your 2-minute drill. Show them your under center. Because like I said, most of his they were saying that most of his passes were in the shotgun or in the pistol or whatever. Show him, like you said, Deion was taking the time to say, show him your under center. Show him what you've been working on with the GOAT. And he didn't he didn't say his name, but just said, show him what you've been working on with the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? If they don't believe you, you're gonna say Tom Brady is a lie. I like when he was making those comparisons. Now say it's the same throw, it's the same setup, same scenario. These kids are ready to play. He said, if it's one thing I can guarantee you, the kids that are showing you what they can do at this combine are ready to play. So I wouldn't have anybody here showing their talent that could not be ready to play at the next level.
Okay.
So I take that and like I said, Deion hadn't been a liar yet. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that when you put your kid up to this, even with Shiloh, he needs some more work, but he will be an asset to an NFL team. Not saying that he has to be picked in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round, but he will be a decent asset to somebody's team. He was honest about Shiloh. He was. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
They're saying that he might go undrafted.
It's possible. He just say he's gonna need some work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody else that G never liked.
Who,
Shiloh?
He always said he wasn't good enough to make it.
I didn't think he was, honestly. I didn't think he was. Yeah.
I know.
But that's what I'm saying. I like
it's not that I don't like him. I just didn't think he was NFL ready.
So you still take that?
I mean, nothing changed. I don't think anything changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So you don't think he could be a decent asset to a team out there?
I think he needs some more work. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think he needs some more
work. There'll be a lot of people coming to the NFL going to need some work.
Yeah. I mean, that's what undrafted players, they normally come in needing some work.
Yeah, okay. I sure hope he
okay. Well, let me ask you this. He undrafted or drafted, could he provide, could he provide help to a team, huh?
Yeah, we answered the question, Corey.
Yeah, because I don't.
No need beating this dead horse.
Right. No, because if you're saying when do you think he'll be drafted? That's just.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, I don't know. I'm going with what Deion said. He'll be a good asset to a team. drafted or undrafted, could it be an asset to a team? Is what I guess I'm asking you. You're saying that he's not ready at all to be on the NFL level.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't see it. I didn't see an NFL safety when I saw him playing. But I'm no scout either. I didn't see it.
So the body of work that he did at Colorado, you didn't see enough.
I didn't know. I didn't.
They didn't get drafted, please.
I know that.
Please.
I mean, and he may get drafted. I'm not saying he's not gonna get drafted.
No.
He may get drafted.
No. We're not gonna change the narrative now. You know how you sent me that little mo just said about the goalpost moving? Now you're trying to move the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost.
You just clearly said
I don't
he
think
he
is. I don't think
don't come back and say he might get drafted.
He still may get drafted. I'm not picking nobody. He still may get drafted.
So I'm gonna do this here. This is what my hope is. I'm hoping for a 5th or a 6th round pick.
Okay. So how much of an asset do you think a 5th or 6th round pick should be to your team?
It's not even about that. It's about the knowledge that this man obtained from his father. You know what I'm saying? Now, going to the right team and knowing what he knows, I think that he can be an asset to any team with a decent defensive minded coach. Shiloh, we know Shiloh can be. He's definitely coachable. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely there. He's not afraid of the limelight, huh?
Jay said, read my comment. We read it, James. We read it.
I don't think we did we? We didn't read that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one, but he goes to the Clown Boys. All right, all Shiloh got to do is go. Yeah, that's what that is it.
I think he could be an asset to a team. Does it have to be the best asset? No, but I think he can play on that level. He can.
Okay,
that's mine.
I've always said he could.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope he can.
I don't know if you do.
No, you don't.
Because you just contradicted what you said. You hadn't seen it.
I mean, for his sake and for y'all's sake, I hope he do.
No, he got to be for our sake. I hope for your sake. I hope for your sake he don't get drafted.
Why?
Because there's gonna be some crow being eaten.
You know the crazy part is, G. It's the strong possibility is that he'll go to a team like the Cowboys or the Falcons because of his dad's ties. You know, I don't know how you don't see that. He could easily be a Cowboy.
Oh, he pulling the LeBron.
See how he changed?
I'm just saying, if his dad made the call, like they already, let's just speak for S's and giggles, right? Hey, dog. Hey, Jerry. Hey, dog. Give my son, dog. It's there.
We don't need a safety. Like, so why would he come? Why would he come to the Cowboys?
You need a backup safety.
We got a bunch of backup safeties already. We don't have room for no other safeties.
Okay, somebody get dropped. I'm just saying.
We gonna drop the people that we got. Oh, y'all crazy as a mug.
I definitely wanted to go to the Cowboys. I would much rather him go to the Falcons. Don't ruin that dude's career.
I know that's right.
All right, man. So staying in the NFL, man. A guy who was drafted in the first round, a Atlanta Falcon great, a future Hall of Famer, has announced his retirement. So let me give this man his flowers real quick. So right now, y'all, we watching clips of Julio Jones. Just how dynamic he was. Come on over to YouTube, check it out. Pretty good video. I can't believe I thought the Cowboy had more
Say what?
had more yards than Matt Ryan and Julio Jones.
Man, you tripping. I remember that show.
He was arguing you down too, boy.
I forgot how good he was, man.
So with that being said, G,
yeah,
I'll wait for you.
No, you go ahead.
So somebody else told me that in the barbershop too. They forgot how good he was during that time because I guess, at some point, a lot of those good teams, let me change that. A lot of those good seasons that Julio had were on some bad Falcon teams. You know what I'm saying? Not much bad ones, but do you think that will, let me ask you a question. I know we always do the same thing. Is he Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. First ballot.
First ballot.
And I don't think it was the years with the Atlanta Falcons that kind of messed him up. I think it was the years after that when he went to Philly, when he went to
the Titans.
The Titans. Like, I think those kind of messed up who he was, and that's who we remember seeing. But the Atlanta Falcon Julio, that man was a monster.
Yeah, he couldn't get on the same page with Fontenot and Arthur Smith at the time, so they let him dip. Not to mention they could have restructured that contract. They just wanted to get rid of a lot of that money between him and Ryan, which I get. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the game.
I mean, these are heck of a catches, man. His speed was. I mean, I saw Larry Fitzgerald say, "Man, look, watch this kid right here. This is the best wide receiver I've ever seen." Talking about Julio Jones.
Yeah, he was just strong and fast coming out of Bama.
Yeah.
It was an amazing ride. Matt Ryan, thank you making this announcement today because of the city of Atlanta. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. There's nothing but love. I'm doing this on 404 Day.
Julio.
Corey, man, this is your boy. This is your team. You got him right behind your head in the Falcons. Tell me about your boy Julio and actually seeing him now officially retired.
Yo, I listened to his speech. I could tell, it was a little emotional. At the same time, I want to tell him, let me do this first. Thank you for all the years of I'm about to say years of service, but the years of play, the years of fandom. I had a wonderful time watching you as a Falcons fan, even as a Titan. And I think when you at Philly, I kept talking about you, and G would always give me hell behind that. But I've always been a Julio Jones fan. Number 11 was always one of my top. It's one of my top Falcon greats in my book. At the same time, there'll never be another like him in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? They got some strong wideouts out there, but the versatility coming out of Alabama and then still continuing that level of play. Man, listen, I'll miss it. I'm hoping for good things in the afterlife with you in terms of football. I want to see you some more. I hope some good coaching happens. I'm waiting for that day, and I hope to be in there when they put you in the Ring of Honor. And then the next one to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. OG, I know you don't really have. I mean, you got some memories of him too.
He like I said, he was a great receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much like Corey said, one of a kind. I mean, you will have some that do some things, but to be that big and be able to run that fast and be as agile as he was, I definitely think he'll be first ballot.
Sure.
No doubt.
No doubt. With a guy like that runs that fast, you normally see him with a lot of injuries. Early on, he didn't get injured at all, man.
At least the first 10 years.
Yeah. It wasn't until, the later years where he was getting hamstring injuries a lot.
Right.
But yeah, he is the professional that you want on your team, the guy who never got in any trouble on the field, off the field. I don't even think I ever seen him really get a penalty. He was one of those type of players, man. Always did things the right way. on and off the field, man. So
Facts.
he is a leader, leader of men, and a heck of a person and ball player, man. Much respect and many flowers to Julio Jones, man, on his retirement.
Yes, sir.
Job done, man.
Hey, I got one question. What did Mr. Wright mean by that comment he put up there? Who was that about?
Shiloh. I believe we're talking about Shiloh.
So he's saying that Shiloh haven't played against physicality of the pros. But you know where Shiloh started?
Where did he start at?
South Carolina.
He started at the SEC.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina State. Was it?
No, he started out in South Carolina in the
South
SEC.
Carolina,
Yeah.
How did he do? How did he do out there?
He played good. I mean, he's played sparingly his freshman year, but he started his second year.
Did he?
Okay.
Yeah. And then he went to the portal. When the dad went to Jackson State.
Okay. Yeah. Now right, and then don't get it twisted. This dude played baseball and football. You know what I mean? He came to South Carolina on a baseball scholarship, but he played football also. Mm-hmm. Now at the same time, listen, going against your Alabamas, your Georgias, just going through the gauntlet of the SEC. Like you said, the man played ball now. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I hate the disrespect, man. I hate the disrespect that I'm hearing.
Yeah, I just from what I've seen out there, I didn't like it a lot, but we'll see. I know, and I know y'all was high on him. Now
you do, he was like third in tackles on that Colorado squad both years, right?
Because he has Sanders. I know you like him because he has Sanders. I understand.
I don't think that's it.
Oh Lord.
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, we going down that rabbit hole.
He said he was third in tackles.
Third in tackles, yeah.
This past year.
The past 2 seasons.
Yeah. I mean, he played in the box a lot, so I can see that. He should be first, but okay. Timothy White, welcome on, big homie. Let's play a little game, fellas. Let's play.
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Did I miss something? Did we cover the girls?
Mm-mm.
Oh shoot, we skipped off the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez, but let us go off of it too, man.
No, wait. I was gonna bring it up.
I'm about to say, did we not cover it?
I ain't never been scared.
My bad, man. We sure did.
I ain't never been scared.
Never been scared. Hey man, let's backtrack, y'all. I'm sorry. I jumped all in the NFL. Why didn't you stop me before, OG? I mean, Corey. I saw you looking like that.
I know I was missed. I know I was gone. I just wanted to make sure because I know listen.
Hey, so we had Snack. Where you at, man? You supposed to stop me, dog. So we had the women's game that came on today, and it was 2 powerhouses: the defending champions, South Carolina Gamecocks, against the UConn Huskies, who OG said they's coming back for revenge. They coming to knock some heads off, and UConn did exactly that, knock some heads off, and a 30-point blowout of the.
It wasn't 30 points either.
They came down to the 28.
Yeah.
So OG, man, let's get it off your chest. I know your title says OG disappointed still, a Lady Gamecock fan.
Oh yeah. I know UConn has been that team out there. So they wanted to send their little star out with the championship, and they played like it today. But in South Carolina had one of them games where they couldn't hit any shots. Mm-hmm. So not to take anything away from UConn, but to me, like I always say, it's all about consistency. South Carolina been to 5 straight Final Fours, and they'll go again. So I'm riding with Don Staley. I'm gonna be with Don Staley. They had an off game today, but I'm not gonna take anything away from UConn. It wasn't your girl that y'all say was gonna do it that did the damage today. It was that Fud young lady. They did the damage that they couldn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but we started out good, lost the lead, went a spell like kind of like Duke did. But they couldn't hit any shots. But hey, it is what it is. But we will be back. Don't be surprised if you see us in the Final Four again next year. I think Don Staley with this team did a heck of a job to get them there because they lost one of their bigs. They lost Ashton Watkins, who played a tremendous part of it. They had a couple of bum calls on Josh Edwards that knocked her out the game. But hey, UConn won, so be it. But we'll be back.
Corey.
What you over there giggling about? I got some.
Because OG talking about, yeah, they won, so be it. Like, they don't want to get.
What am I supposed to say?
I mean,
I said during the statement, I'm not taking nothing away from UConn. I'm not gonna get down on my knees and praise them. That ain't gonna happen for me. I said they won. I give them credit for them winning. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What did you want me to say?
They played a good game, OG. They played a good game. They had some suffocating defense. It wasn't just y'all just missing shots. They were blocking shots. It wasn't y'all just missing. They was putting defense on y'all. Get them some credit. They put y'all in the chokehold.
I give credit where credit is due.
Corey.
You can like I said, you asked me a question. You cannot sit here and tell me what I should say. No, you can say what you want to, but I'm gonna always say what I want to. You will never ever put words in my mouth, bro. That's not gonna happen. I gave my statement. I'm sticking by my statement. You can make your little swan song or whatever you want to make it, but it will not change nothing I just said. Believe that.
Girl. So I'm gonna go this route here. I got some flowers to give and then some takeaways and then some concerns and worries. All right. So first is let me give the Lady Gamecocks. Listen, a much respected game. They tried, but there is a but, and I worry about certain things. I worry about the lineage of players that they had over the past, let's say 5 to 7 years that really put their all into it. Because I just right after the game, I've heard rumors about For Wiley wanting to put herself in the portal. Why, I don't know, because you're getting coached hard, because she's in your face, because she's telling you, listen, keep the ball on the court. A lot of these new Gamecock girls, I'm worried about them. And the traditions that Don has had. And, some of them are just a little bit different, which I hope will change in the future. I do. I really do. Now, at the same time, I want to give his flowers. This is his 12th national championship. And I knew that he took it, like the OG said, they took it a little personal with wanting to beat the Lady Gamecocks. They wanted to make a statement. And they did, like you said, they had a good game. They did a good thing that most teams can't do, which is like G just said, put the Gamecocks in a small chokehold. I think they had more on the line than the Gamecocks did, and they wanted to. But at the same time, I saw a little bit of frustration on the parts of Don Staley, which I hardly ever see. Mm-hmm. But it is tough when you're trying to rear these young lady athletes to be the best that they can be, and to make a good game happen. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping, like I said, they'll continue to do this, continue to put out great stars. But I will say, I did see for the first time in a long time, I saw a chink in the armor. You know what I mean? I ain't saying holes in it. I said a chink. Because like I said, I don't like the fact that, I felt like you could clearly see a better team. OG, you said they had a bad game, but I hadn't seen them have a bad game in a long time. And I think I asked you this on the last show. if they did win, would this be the toughest road to the championship that you've seen? And you said yes. And this proved that even though they were having a tough season or a tough road to the championship, UConn was a good team today. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping to see better in the future. I hope they got some better kids coming. Another star, another blowout professional that's coming in there, and so we can see the dominance of Don Staley some more.
So I'm trying to understand. You said a chink in the armor.
Yeah, man, a chink in the armor.
Yeah, she unloaded 4 starters last year and came back to the Final Four again.
It don't matter. She been doing that for years now, right?
So now you questioning her coaching?
No. I'm coaching the kids' ability to still continue to be stars. You know what I'm saying? To go out there and battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I'm hearing that for Wiley wants to leave, why am I hearing that? Why am I hearing that already?
Where'd you hear that at?
Huh?
Where'd you hear that at?
After the game, we were looking at blogs. I'll see if I can send it to you. But I think I said that the last time, that she was talking about that. I hope that it's not true.
It can be true. I mean,
you would let her leave?
I'll let G go first. I'll let G go first before I make my comment on that.
No, you go ahead.
No, because what I'm saying is, you saying let her leave. If you enter the transfer portal, then you want to leave. Don Staley is not the type that's going to go beg you to stay. Like I gave you an example of the young lady, Shania Rivers.
Yeah.
That left and went to North Carolina State when they won the championship a couple years ago. And she decided to do that. Don Staley let her go. Why? Her mentality is that I think, rather, if you enter that portal, then you don't want to be in my program no more. Why am I going to ask you to stay? If you want to go somewhere else, I wish you the best. Get the step.
See, that's what I taught her. There you go.
But she'll bring in more players. Trust me. You get these other schools got the #1 recruiting class. I know G don't like to hear that. I'm bringing in all these people, all these players. I got the #1 recruiting class. But they don't make it. So that tells me what kind of coach that Don Staley is to get this team that was not believed overall that they would go get to the championship game because she lost so much last year. And she lost Watkins again just during the season this year. But they still got there. 5 consecutive Final Fours.
Did people say they weren't going to make it? I don't remember people saying they weren't going to make it.
There's some haters out there.
You just speaking generically that there are haters out there? But I don't think nobody thought that South Carolina wasn't going to be there.
Yeah. I don't think nobody said that, OJ. Not us.
Nevertheless.
Yeah, okay.
I digress. UConn was the better, like you said, UConn was the better team today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I was saying. Big shout out to Gino for getting his 12th national championship, which I don't think will be matched. Well, I'm not gonna say that because, like I said, Don got a lot of work to do. But if there's anybody that can get there at this point, it'll be her. But 12 is a long road to hoe. In order to get that.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good, like I said, good game for the lady Huskies.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it for me.
Yeah, that was it for me, man. I thought.
You say
huh?
You ain't saying nothing.
I started out.
Oh, we're trying to talk about the defense and all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a good game, man. I'm happy for Paige. I'm glad she finally got it, man. She been through a lot.
That was the dream. That was the dream. That was the dream. That was the whole thing of the game today. I got so tired of hearing that shit. Excuse my French.
Damn.
And then I hate it. I told my wife, please, don't let Rebecca Lobo call this game.
Did she call it?
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Then during the game, they showed that Fudd lady where her mom taped her arm up with saran wrap to teach her how to use her offhand. And she's gonna make a statement during the game. Well, I guess everybody buying saran wrap now. What? Really? I didn't with you because she's so biased. They should not let her call a game for a team that she played for.
Yeah. What channel was it on?
They should have had Carolyn Beck on there.
What channel was it on?
ABC.
Oh, okay. I was watching it on ESPN, and that wasn't any better.
You was watching John Tarasta and Sue Bird.
Yeah, Sue Bird.
Really?
But they had interviews, so that was cool. They had Jalen Suggs on there, Caitlin Clark.
I wouldn't go watch that crap either. Sometimes I mute my TV, so I'm gonna have to hear Lobo.
I guess the thing is too that UConn has a lot of lady Huskies that are now analysts.
Yeah,
you know, bunch of them. And they had a big following. They came to that game today. You know.
Yeah. Her mom had a T-shirt. Foot around and find out.
Dang! Wow. I like that.
I like that. They did. They fought around and found out. Okay.
We'll see what happens in years to come.
Okay.
When we get there,
all about consistency.
All about this win. About consistency.
Yeah,
that's all it's about.
First time they won since when?
No, you got to do that. Man,
first time.
Come on, man. Come on. Yeah.
I'm talking about consistency. Y'all talking about.
Now, look, in college basketball, that 12 championships, I don't know if you can call that non-consistent, but come on, man. Come on, OG. The last time they won a championship.
You like what you like? I like what I like.
I see. Yeah, come on. No. Since the same coach has been there, 12.
Yeah. UConn is pretty consistent.
Yeah, he been there 70 years. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, he's been pretty consistent. Let's say in his career, since he's been there, and you can call consistency at least every 3 to 4 years he's gonna win one.
So the last time they won, you saying was in 2020?
I have no idea. I'm just saying, you can average them out with 12. Well, let's do this here. I do a better stat for you. So Breonna Stewart, 4 championships, 4 national championships, 4 player of the year, and only lost 2 games in those 4 years.
What's your point?
That's consistency for your butt. That's what I'm saying.
That's for your butt, not mine. Ain't got nothing to do with my butt, dog. I'm not a UConn fan. I'm not a UConn fan. Never have been, never will be. Nada.
Yes.
Okay.
So you saying that to make yourself happy, not me.
No, I'm saying that to just keep it 100. That's consistency.
Yeah, okay.
That was the best consistency I've seen. No different from when your lady Gamecocks had a streak of years with wins, right?
Leave my team alone.
No, what are we talking about?
Talk about UConn. I'm worried about my team.
Man, listen. Never said I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we go with that again. We're not going to get into that.
You do that, OG. You draw the line in the sand. Not us. Not me.
Who? You never was a fan of who?
I never said I wasn't a fan of nobody. I said I never was not a fan.
Who you pull for to win this game? Who you say was gonna win?
I don't think did I even pick?
Yeah, you picked.
You said South Carolina.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Me and you said South Carolina.
I don't know if I did. Pick UConn. Did I pick UConn?
Yes, so you did. Go back and watch the show.
Okay. Well, is this 11 for him or 12? I think this is 12 for him.
This is 12. Yeah, this is 12.
This is 12.
Yeah, he been 13 times. It's 12.
Yeah. So he won this year, 2015, 16, 14, 13, 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 2095. That's pretty good.
2095.
1995. Yeah.
He said 2095.
2095.
No, I said 2000, and then I said 95.
Oh no, 2000 then 95.
Yeah, then 95. Yeah.
The Maya Moore years, the Breonna Stewart years.
Yeah. They died. Y'all want some cheese?
Tennessee, yeah, they had a nice run as well. All right, fellas, let's play a quick game if we got time. Y'all got time? My wife ain't home, so I ain't got nothing to do.
He said, Lord. I got time.
I got time for with y'all.
Okay. All right, man. We're going back into the NFL, and I was trying to transition from that draft talk, with Shador, to the draft. And where were these players drafted? So everybody in the chat, man, I'm gonna throw some pictures out here, and then I'm just throw some names afterwards. And y'all tell me where y'all think these people were drafted. What round? Round. I'm not gonna ask you for the exact number in the round, just what round. All right.
I ain't somebody supposed to know that.
What round?
Okay. What
round?
Yeah. What round?
Really? First round.
This guy here, Terry McLaurin.
First round.
Third round. No, that's their wide. That's their main wide. First round.
Chat line, what y'all think, man? Terry McLaurin, what do y'all think he was drafted at? James said second round. Second round. All right. First round, Timothy. All right. He was third round. Third round. All
okay.
Right.
Might do some fact checks.
You know what? I should have thought about that too, because he put that on the.
Mike
I know.
Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp.
Fourth round.
Fourth round.
Fourth round. Both of y'all. Pee Wee. Snack. No, Snack probably trying to look it up. Dad. NF Skull. Anybody? All right.
I'm gonna change mine. Undrafted.
All right. James Lil John say sixth round. All right. You change yours to undrafted. Cooper Kupp was third round. Third round. All right. This great right here. Mr. Charles Haley. Charles Haley, y'all. Where was Charles Haley drafted at, y'all?
His best years were at the 49ers,
right? Both.
I'm gonna go with second round.
Second round.
Fourth round.
Fourth round. OG out here cheating like.
How am I cheating? My phone over here.
Oh, okay. First round.
Look what's on my phone.
If I can't see it, hold on.
I say we can't see it.
My daughter and my wife.
Oh.
And it's black.
All right. OG, you got it right. OG, fourth round.
So I guess one right. He goes say I'm cheating.
I thought you thought smile. That's why I thought he just looked it up. This one of the all-time greats.
Oh, Chris Carter.
Chris Carter.
Where did he go? Fifth round.
Fifth round. Okay. Fifth round for Corey. OG.
He went undrafted.
Ooh, nice pick. Undrafted. Okay. Chat line. What we got? Third round. Pee Wee, what you got, big dog? My dad, where you at?
Chris Carter. What college did Chris Carter come out of? Ohio State. Dang,
it is the fourth round. Fourth round.
I was wrong.
Just a little off, big dog. That's all.
I guess.
Yeah, I was wrong.
The great Zach Thomas.
Zach Thomas.
Where did Zach Thomas come out of college? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
It don't matter.
OG, you muted, OG. They say third round.
Fifth round.
Fifth round.
What you say, OG?
Fifth round.
You said fifth.
OG over there cheating, y'all. OG over there. That's why you mute your thing, OG. Asking Siri.
I'm muted because I'm coughing. I still hear coughing, drown everybody out. You want me to?
Dang, why this thing not stand up? It is the fifth round. It is.
I got two right, and this dude say I'm cheating.
Hey man, if y'all don't realize, I've been choosing the fifth round the whole time. I'm just kidding.
Let's go. What did I say he was?
Fifth round.
Zach Thomas, fifth round.
Is that down? All right. Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce. Second round.
One of the greats.
Under Travis, he came out of Miami of Ohio. He came out of Cincinnati.
Second round though. What difference do it make where he came from?
Because sometimes that give you a determination. It determines where you went. Is sometimes it's a telltale.
Oh, okay.
All right. Tim said second round. Pee Wee says fourth round.
I'm gonna go with Pee Wee on that. I'm going undrafted.
Undrafted. Wow, you got a lot of undrafted over there.
Your fifth round.
Okay. Well, it is the third round. He got drafted in the third round.
Third round.
Travis Kelce, man. All right, let's see what we got next. Let's see. Mr. Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin.
Bucky Irvin.
He's last year's draft.
Fifth round.
Fifth round for the OG.
Third round.
Third round for Corey. What we got, Tim? Third round for Pee Wee. I drafted.
Maybe undrafted.
Oh, undrafted. Okay, undrafted. He actually went in the fourth round. Fourth round.
That's what I said, didn't I?
No, you said third.
What did I say?
Third.
I said fourth.
You did. You did. Thank you. All right, let me see. All right, this monster right here, Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
My wife liked his draft combine day because it came out of his shorts.
Second round.
I like his retelling of the story.
Hey, Kanisha.
Hey, Kanisha. Second round. All right, OG second round. Timothy second round.
I think third round.
I need to write down what I be saying.
Corey said third round. Pee Wee. All right. Third round. All right. It is the second round.
You got that one right.
Got that one right. All right.
I'm beating Corey.
Yeah, I ain't got but one.
All right. So I don't have any pictures of these guys here, man. Russell Wilson. What round do you think he went?
Russell was because he was on TV with his white woman laughing. Well, she was. She thought she was gonna be the Miss Wilson.
Third round.
She did. Well, he had no money then, so I'm gonna say second round.
All right.
I don't think
third. People says third. You say second. OG says third. Tim says second. It was.
Stop. Just be still. It
was the third round.
I got another one right. I'm shellacking Corey, boy.
All right. Terrell Davis. Terrell
Davis out of Georgia.
Out of Georgia.
Help me.
Georgia.
Fifth round.
Fifth round.
Corey got fifth round.
I'm going third round.
Third round for the OG. Pee Wee says fifth round. Tim, what you got, big dog? Third round. All right. He was actually the sixth round.
Nobody got it right.
Nobody got that one right. Let's do two more, y'all. Herschel Walker.
Herschel?
Yes.
First round.
First round. All right. First round for the OG.
Herschel coming out of Georgia. Herschel, I'm gonna say second round.
Second round. All right. First round for James Littlejohn. Second round for Timothy. All right. Y'all won't believe this.
What?
Third round.
Fifth round.
Wow. And you say if Shiloh go fifth round, he ain't gonna be nothing. People go fifth round, ain't gonna be nothing. Anyway, let's move on.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
It ain't.
Hey.
Nah, he wasn't.
Sometimes it don't matter where you drafted at, man.
Right.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he was a late rounder too.
I'm going fifth round.
Fifth round.
Sixth round.
Sixth round.
Like, there's a bug in here. My wife losing her mind.
Sixth round. James Littlejohn. All right. Tim, waiting on you, big dog. You got one.
You doing with drumsticks, man?
All right.
My sons.
Oh.
And it is we said undrafted. Okay. All right. Fifth round. It is.
I got that right.
Did I get that right? I said six.
No.
You said six. Yeah, you said six.
I'm
all right.
Killing him.
I know, right?
Let's do one more. Let's do one more.
He's trying to find the hardest one on the list.
Let's see. Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. Fourth round.
Fourth round.
Diggs came out of
You don't know.
Stephon Diggs come out of.
You don't know. Corey, that's not making no difference for you because you're getting killed right now.
I know, right? But still, I got to go out with a good, because they, that Diggs mama, she got like 4 kids that was in the NFL.
Do she?
I think it's 3, honestly.
I think it's only
Stephon, Trayvon, and
I think
one of them.
It's on them too. Yeah.
Quavius Diggs.
No, it's not. They're not related.
he said they're not related.
They may be cousins. I don't know. They're not.
He said, but they the Mama Diggs. Huh?
Yeah, they ain't Mama Diggs. He was at third round.
I'm gonna say second round.
All right, he's a fifth rounder. He's a.
What did I say?
You said fifth round.
No, he's at second.
See, I got to write down what I say because y'all.
All right, last one. Shannon Sharp.
You said a few minutes ago.
I did. I know. Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp out of South
Hall
Carolina.
of Fame.
Out of South Carolina, Corey.
Who? Shannon
South
Sharp?
Carolina.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp ain't from South Carolina. I was he's from Georgia.
He went to I know. He went to Savannah State.
Yeah.
I was talking about his brother. Shannon Sharp.
Fifth round. Seventh round.
Yeah, because they didn't respect HBCU players.
Right.
Might be more than that.
You got seventh. Corey, you got.
I got sixth round.
Sixth round. James got sixth round. All right. My dog Timothy got third round. He actually went in the seventh.
Seventh round.
Dang.
So look, It said there are 3 Diggs brothers in the NFL. There's Stephon, Trayvon, and Marshawn. Who is Marshawn Diggs?
I don't know who Marshawn is.
It said 3.
Who
he play for?
And then they said there's a Quadri Diggs.
That's I know who Quadri is. He the receiver. But
yeah, so
he's not their brother though.
They said how many Diggs brothers are in the NFL? Stephon, Trayvon, Quadri, so 4, huh? What's the source? The sportingnews.com. You think that's fake news?
Yeah, no, they're only it's only Stephon and what's the name? He does have 2 brothers, Derez.
Now you got a Derez. Where's Derez coming from? Derez Diggs?
Yeah, but he's not in the NFL though.
So you just named names I don't even see here.
Oh, yeah, no. He had 2 brothers, Derez and Stephon.
Who is Derez?
That's his other brother. His other brother who was born in 1995.
And he was in the NFL too. So who is Quadri?
Quadri is just an NFL player. Yeah.
Okay.
Stephon and Trayvon just lost their mom like a couple years ago. Well, not a couple years ago. Stephon's been like, Stephon has been like, he's been the parent because they lost him when he was in high school. When Trayvon was in high school.
Oh, his name is Stephon Marshawn Diggs. I don't know. You know what? I don't even know this. It's obvious. But it's saying here, Stephon Marshawn Diggs is an American football player, wide receiver for the New England Patriots. Now they done changed it. They updated.
Yeah, they updated them. Okay.
The Sporting News, I ain't changed it. It's just Sporting News. They got like 3 or 4 different posts. People.com, the NFLpost.com. What you want me to do? It don't matter.
Yeah. That's it. That's it for the brothers.
Yeah.
They super close. That's how I knew they ain't had nobody else that was out there.
Okay.
Yeah, they super close. All right. Hey man, I gotta fix my doggone stand. Episode 75 in the books. Great show, everybody, man. Thank you all for rocking with us. OG, be a good sport about it all, man.
Oh, congratulations to your girl Juju for being the ladies' national player of the year.
Naismith player of the year.
Naismith, yeah. That's national, right? That's not the same thing.
Okay. That means somebody else didn't win, right?
Who else was supposed to win it?
Who was supposed to win?
This dude here, man, you can't. You can't win.
I think we all said Juju was gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that's the truth, but
yeah. Okay. We all thought Juju was the best player in the league.
Best player of the year,
yeah.
Okay.
Hey man, we appreciate you all rocking with us. My dog James Littlejohn, my dad Larry Wright, my homeboy Timothy White, Kamarie White, my dog, man. I ain't see him on here, but I know he's gonna watch it later on YouTube and listen to it over on the podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all your podcast platforms.
Oh, I want to say something.
Yes.
Thank you, Storm, so they can help people like G to be able to breathe. My son, all you guys with allergies. Thank you, Rain, for letting these boys have a few days of rest.
Appreciate it. I absolutely appreciate it. Also, hey Corey, don't you got somebody else that you got to shout out to at the job?
Next time.
Okay.
If I gotta send the stuff.
See, they ain't hook you up this time.
Because I ain't send you none of the stuff, but
no, the truck.
The truck?
I'm not truck, but what did they do? I thought they'd do something. The lady hook you up with the truck for work.
Yeah, we say he got weight.
Oh, okay.
You were killing it right now.
My cuz, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews, Matthew Wright, thank you once again. Roddy Littlejohn, Quest, my dog Snack Panther, anybody else that may have been out there. Oh, my nephew NF Skull, man. We appreciate you rocking with us. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on the swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, man. We are out. Peace.
I was supposed to send you her spot and all this, just for a shout out.